Yay! Oh, and there's a dog kicking it in the head. Good morning. You can hear things. Can you see things? Probably. Audio's the only thing. Okay, what else did I want to try? So last night during movie night, I took apart the PC again and put in the second fan. Yay! Which thrilling, let me tell you. We got so much snow. Oh my god. Brr. Okay, we have to try some alerts. Let's see. How about this?
Hi, gay.
Oh, did that come out of two things?
Hi, gay.
No, that only came out of one, right? Can you hear that one? Thank you. I see stupid people. They're everywhere. Oh, the steroids are gross. I really hope they start helping you though. Yeah, man, they're miracles. Like steroid drugs can do incredible things, but god do they fucking suck sometimes. We hear it. Oh my god, that means the only thing left is like an alert. Can I replay an alert? We'll just wait. We'll see if an alert pops. That's the only thing left. And our PC is staying a nice 60 degrees with a lot of shit open. So this is a success. This is a much success. I'm so happy. It's so bizarre, and I know I bitch about this shit, but the fact that just unplugging cords, your PC completely forgets all the routing that's ever existed. It's so fucking annoying. Like, I just don't understand how in 2025, a PC, you unplug a USB and it's like, what's sound? What's audio? What do we... Okay, like, what the fuck? Why? Oh, wait, I heard that. Wait, I heard it. It bubbled. Oh my god, Crispy, thank you for the 300 biddies, you generous fuck. You didn't have to do that, but I heard it. That was a low one because it's a bubble, but I heard it. I heard the bubble, so I think we're good. Did I forget my bong? I sure did. One moment. Anyways, thank you, Crispy. I still have to fight HDMI every time I plug into my monitor. Same. Every single time. I don't want digital audio. Every single time. I mean, I swear to God, I actually took pictures of the back of my PC just so I knew, like, I figured maybe if I put the USBs in the exact places they were before, maybe it would, no. No, it doesn't remember fucking anything. PCs, man, they're beautiful nightmares. But my God, that second fan, like the pain in the dick. So because the PC is already built, the heater, the heater, I keep calling it the heater, the cooler is so fucking big that the fan plug is like right under it, just like right under the lip of it. And so basically the night before last night, I put in the cooler and I put in one fan and it was like, put in the additional, the optional second fan if you want. And I was like, I don't see any other fan plugs at all. So I just put it together and whatever, it was fine. And then Discord's like, oh, what are they called? Splitters. Splitters are really cheap. I literally look 6 inches to my right in the box and there's a fucking splitter. And I was like, ugh. But that night I was just done. I had already disassembled the thing so hard. It was like 9:30 at night and I was so tired. I was like, no, it's done. I have to sit for a while. And so I did that last night. And it takes like 30 minutes because I'm sitting there with this little narrow thing, like trying to get it on the pins without bending the pins and get it in there. Fucking Christ, dude. Bigger case next time. Fuck these tiny cases. Like, they're great, they're compact, but fuck that shit. Becca, thank you so much for following the channel. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Good morning, Knives. How are you feeling? Exactly. When they work, it's smooth as fuck. That's what I compare about all the time. I complain about all the time, sorry, because I run a 2 PC system, which is arguably, like, the most complicated of the streaming setups, but it's magic when it works. It's so amazing. Like, the fact that I can take all that load off my CPU and put it on a different PC is incredible, but when it works. I think it's an MSI. Nope, it's an Asus. It's an Asus motherboard. Asus. 97% fuck yeah. Are you still like ouchy or getting better? Good. The only tiny case I'll ever have is the one that I print and make. Say, dude, have you seen those the mini PCs? I love them. Like, aesthetically speaking, they're so cool looking. I love them. Just like the cube PCs are so pretty, but like we watched actually a video about one recently. It's like the smallest PC or whatever, and it's like this glass tower like this, but holy fuck is that thing loud. Like, wow, the fans, when like to keep that cube cold, the fans in there, it sounds like a little blender. It's like, and it never stops. Like the idea, I love it. I love the idea of a PC being smaller and not taking up all this space. I don't need to look at my PC all day. I just need it to work. Those mini PCs are so cool, but they're just not there yet. Ouchies are gone. Good. That's the worst part, in my opinion. Just like that constant sore shit. Modern laptop. I've wanted a laptop for years, and every time I like save a little bit of money and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll finally get myself a laptop that I can game on. I look at the prices and I'm just like, I could build a PC. Every time. And I never do it. I never pull it. I've never had a gaming laptop. I've had a MacBook like in college. That was the last laptop I had. But I've never had a gaming laptop because every time I do it, like the gaming laptop I want is such a good PC. Like I would just build a PC off of that and make such a fucking dank PC. And the fact that laptops, like most of them these days are built as a solid item. Like they're so hard to crack into and update and do anything to. It's almost like buying a console at that point. I tend to read while smoking a joint currently. I'm reading a Riley Seeger book about a haunted house, and Crispy laughs at me because I'll walk into the room and randomly start giving my thoughts on ghosts and haunted houses. I do that about every book I'm reading all the time, Cocky, and I'm so happy I'm not the only one. Crispy, I'm so sorry. Same. Like, the things that pop into my mind randomly, I don't even remember what I was watching recently. Something, I don't know if it was movie night or not, but someone took a needle and shoved it in the temple of someone else, and I was like, oh my fucking god, remember that book I read about all the puppets in the house and how one of the puppets put a needle in somebody's eyeball and they described how the eyelid got stuck on it? And Zach was like, why are you like this? I'm like, there's so many reasons. Reading is good for you, but also it's a little dangerous. You get a little fucked up. Seriously, my fingernails were what was getting that pin in there, for real, because I don't have, like, I have long fingers, I think, but I don't have small hands by any means. It was difficult. The laptop I bought 5 years ago for school, for $500, is being sold for $1,000. What? Fuck that. Exactly. The laptops are near impossible to crack, and you get the burns on your thighs. If this would be my suggestion, if you truly want a gaming laptop, just get a Stream Deck. That is a computer. Like, it literally has a desktop mode on it where it pulls up my fucking computer desktop, shows my Steam. Like, those things are incredible. Truly incredible. Zach has one, and I've fucked around with it when I've traveled. I love needles too, just like not in my eyeballs. You have to roll with it. What else do you do? Because if you don't roll with it, here's the thing. This is warnings for everyone out there that has a reader as a partner. This is the problem. If you don't let them talk about it, that's just going to stew upstairs. What would you prefer? It never goes away. We either get it out or it sits and it spins and we never stop thinking about the needle. It's disgusting. Needle in the eyeball makes me think of Dead Space 2. God, that was a good fucking game. Good morning, Kozu. How are you? Good morning, you beautiful holes. Except that particular thought of Katie's that one can have a bad morning. I know. That opening scene noped me right out of that. Yeah. Crispy watching AGDQ. Perfectly content me. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but Crispy, I swear to God, we live very mirrored lives. Steam Deck is fucking goated, dude. That thing is great. Oh yeah, you can do anything. Steam Deck, it presents itself as just Steam. But do you guys remember I don't remember. I was trying to get a game on the Steam Deck. This was just a couple weeks ago. And I was running into an issue where the Steam Deck kept saying it was full, like the memory was maxed out on it. And I was like, it has Balatro downloaded on it. Like, that's it? What the fuck is going on with this? So I got on the Googles and I got into Reddit and started digging into it and like, why does the Steam Deck think it has no room to play a game or anything on it? And what I found out was that the Steam Deck literally preloads the cache, like the shaders, the cache shaders and everything for every single game you have installed on your PC onto your Steam Deck. So if you open up your Steam Deck and it looks like it's updating games that are not downloaded on that Steam Deck, you have this issue as well. You got to look it up and you literally have to like put your Steam Deck into desktop mode, go into the settings via that, like go into your Steam settings and turn off those cache preload things. It was over 200 gigabytes of preloaded cache shaders on this fucking Stream Deck for games that were not on it. I don't even know who thought that was a good idea or who even presented that. They need to be kicked in the fucking chode. What the fuck? But doing all that led me to getting on desktop on that thing. I'm like, this is a computer. That's all it is. It's a computer that they've masked as a console with its own UI or whatever. It's just a PC. It's a gaming PC. That thing is so fucking nice. Yeah. Oh, Crispy, seriously, like the amount of HDQ that's been going on in my house. HDQ is like, it's like a holiday to Zeke. Like and I get it, it's very fun to watch. He literally he has, how do I say this? He has a playlist of every single speed run for all of HDQ, and he just sits there and goes one by one by one by one for hours and hours and hours and hours. It's wild. Wild. I'm going to be honest, I'd never even heard of it before, Zach. I'd never heard of HDQ. That being said, do you want to know something crazy? You guys know, it's sick. I listen to way too much true crime. I listened to like a true crime podcast recently about someone who was like really like one of the biggest speedrunners of Zelda Ocarina of Time at the beginning, like the dawn of games done quick, whether it's HDQ or the other one. Literally, like, and he went nuts. It's really sad because I love Zelda, but that was weird. What a weird crossover of life. Like, it always gets me, which is strange because I know Twitch is in the zeitgeist. Like, we're here. It's in movies and shit. Like, until someone fucks it up, we're here. It still is so weird to me if I'm watching a movie or listening to a podcast and someone mentions Twitch, the hackles on my neck are just like, what did we do? Every fucking time. So when they mention a Twitch stream, I'm like, oh, fuck, gotta watch it. Every time. Like, I don't know what else to do. So worth it, Kona. 100%. I'd get that over. I mean, I'd do that over a fucking laptop any day. It doesn't get hot. It's got a pretty good battery life on it. Like, it works so well. Inland and Tima Group each have a 2 terabyte 2230 NVMe PCIe drives available for Steam Deck. Wow, that's awesome. They're really cool when you get, I mean, they're so expensive. I don't have one. It's Zeke's. Like, I just borrow it once in a while. But I'm just saying, like, as an alternative for gaming laptops, I don't see how a gaming laptop is better. Because, I mean, I'm going to go so far as to guess that we've all got one of these real close by. Like, if you need to browse the internet, it's right there. So you got your Steam Deck, you've got your computer in your pocket, like, you're set. I don't know. At this point, like, other than very specific things or like MMOs, I guess, maybe you'd need one. I love it too. Honestly, Crispy, I love to watch it. I think I love to watch it. I've never been interested or like, it's interesting. Let's not put that. I'm not bored by speedruns, but I don't seek out speedrunners. I just like to see people sit around and be really goofy and excited about video games. Is that weird? Like, genuinely, I think that's why I like to go to cons and stuff too. It's just like this atmosphere of like, everyone here is excited. Everyone's excited about the same shit you and I are excited about, and we don't have to like pretend we go outside. And it's so, I live for that. I think that's why I really like HDQ. Oh, they announced Switch 2? Nice. Wait, Switch or Stream Deck? It's a fun community. That's exactly it, Kaki. Me too. Same. There's a Bazite, which is a better Linux OS for the Steam Deck and just plays the games fine with lower system load. That's really nice. Good morning, Raccoon. How are you, love? I know that had meaning, but that was a long string of random letters and numbers to say out loud. That was. I know you really just read my mind. I'm not kidding. Like while reading that, I'm like, this is a lot of letters that don't mean anything to me. I know they mean things. I don't know what they mean, but I know they mean things until I got to the end. Then I was like, okay, I get the idea. I really just said to myself, what the fuck is she holding? Coffee? Oh my God. So in the year 2025, what is on my phone? Wow. Are you sure you're at 97, not like 87? No, hold on. I couldn't care less. Same, cocky, exact same. Couldn't care less about it. It's the community. Yeah, it's just like, oh, look, there's all my people. And to be fair, I mean, I don't know if you probably, if you like AGDQ, they're called something different, right? There's AGDQ and then there's the other one. There's two big, if you guys don't have any idea what I'm talking about right now, there's two big fundraisers that Twitch runs every year. Thank you, SGDQ and AGDQ. It's games done quick, and it's essentially just a bunch of speedrunners that get together at, I don't even know where the thing is anymore, and they speedrun games for charity. And every year they raise like over $1 million, and it's fucking incredible. Like, it started out as nothing. Like, started out as a back room in some convention center, some people being like, you want to speed run together? And it's just blossomed into this incredible charity. And it's just any game you can possibly think of. But one of my favorite things about it, I remember very specifically from the last SGDQ, was oh my God, I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was an arcade machine, but it was this big circle of lights, and it was a music type. So it played music, and you would play the notes by like stroking this fucking circle all around. And oh my God, it's literally out of commission. Like, I'm not even kidding you. They don't make it anymore, and you can't even get the full library of music, because I considered buying that fucking machine. I was so excited about it. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But that's one of the cool things about AGDQ is you get exposed to some of the craziest arcade machines from all over the world and games I've never even heard of. Or like learning about the weird secret exploits that like were accidental exploits. I love, because that's something that like I remember playing a lot of the games they speedrun, like Ocarina of Time, etc. When we were kids, we found those and we were just like, oh, did we break the game? And you would just like exploit it as fast as possible and get the fuck out of the position. And now it's like, no, these are like professional things that are being used to speedrun the games. I love that so much. Like dodge rolling into the corner of a room and accidentally clipping into the next room, and we'd be like, I broke the game, and you'd restart. These people are like, I beat the game. I love it. That's one of my favorite things. Thank you. Awesome games done quick, summer games done quick. I appreciate you. I fuck it up every time. I know the games done quick part. No shit, they've raised, I'm sure, yeah. Let's look it up, actually, Glut. I'm curious. Money has AGDQ, SGDQ raised. Wow. As of January 2025, Games Done Quick as a whole has raised $54.4 million for charity. That's fucking incredible. You were really close, Glad. That was a really good guess. I played my Switch for Fire Emblem and then never picked it up again. I'm not kidding you. That's what I did too. Wow. Zendivia, not even a joke. I couldn't have told you the last time I touched my Switch until you just said that. It was literally Fire Emblem. And then I never touched it again. Good morning, Vex. Oh, it's so cold. Dude. Oh, you're cold. I was going to say, we got slammed with snow. It's fucking cold here. But yeah, the cold is going around. It's disgusting. It is. It's so impressive. And it's just wild, the amount of, like, you know, moguls, cash moguls that are just hanging in AGDQ to donate to charity is so heartwarming and really cool. That's one of my favorite things to watch. Anyways, what was that? I don't remember what I was saying. Cheers? Fuck the cold. Oh, Viata, 100%. You guys got slammed too? Yep, the snow started last night while I was putting my cooler back in during movie night, and it didn't stop. And we are just pile drive now. Ring Fit on the Switch is a great workout. My brain enjoys making exercise into a video game, 100%. There was a rowing machine at my old gym in Baltimore that was a video game. I'm not fucking you. And you would row, and like the video game, it was a really simple video game, like something that was like on a Nokia brick back in the day. But it was basically a little fish, and you wanted to keep it in the line that it presented for you. So like you had to control your rows perfectly. I mean, to keep this little fish on the line. It was so addicting. It was so much fun. People need to do more of that with exercising. Because like genuinely, this is so stupid to say out loud because I know I'm just preaching to the choir. But if you think about it, when we were kids, working out was just playing. It was literally like you didn't work out because you just went and played. Like, why couldn't that continue? We made workouts boring and lame. Green tea with honey and a bit of lemon is so good when you have... Yes. I thrive... I mean, I swear to God, I thrive on throat coat tea. Throat coat tea, especially the one with echinacea. That shit, it's got slippery elm in it, and like, I don't know the science of slippery elm, but it sure does help my throat not feel like fire. That plus some honey, some Manuka honey or something. I'm excited. I'm always excited for a GTA game. They're fucking hilarious. They're ridiculous. The moment GTA like dropped its badass nuance, whatever, and started including dildo swords and things, I was fucking there for it. Especially the RP of it, 100%. Yes, Tara Lynn, you're very welcome. You should watch it. The whole country will be in the polar vortex thing. Oh, really? Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. For most of the country, that means you'll have some cold. For us, it means we're going to have double-digit negative temps. I wonder what we're going to get to, because I know we have snow in the forecast for the next 3 days, but I don't know how cold it's going to get. Oh my God, it's 13 degrees outside, and I hate that, all of it. Viata, take it back! -4? Take it back. I'm feeling attacked. You take your weather back with you. I want nothing to do with that. No, seriously, she hit me with a slippery elm. Never come so hard in my... I need to make a completely unrelated note. But for real, is that like throat lube? Do you recall the first fish game that spun around on a board and you had to fish with a hook? Yes. Yeah, their little mouths would open and it was a board they were sitting in and you'd have to like dip your little... Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. It was a kid's thing. Yes, I 100% remember that. Those kind of games were my absolute favorite, and I'm going to be real. The only time I ever got to play them was at therapy. Because I had brothers, so those kind of games got destroyed within 1 second of opening them. Like, I'm not kidding you. I got Mousetrap for Christmas. It was broken in 15 minutes. I never got to play Mousetrap. I was assembling it, and my brothers were like, Tink! Boys, you suck. But my therapist thought that playing these physical games, like, do you remember the game Break the Ice? Where it was quite literally just tapping cubes with a little plastic hammer. So pleasing, so pleasing. Cannot tell you how fucking pleasing that game was, only at therapy. Because my dad died, so I was in therapy as a kid. But, like, that was it. Like, therapy was where I thrived because I was like, games that aren't broken! Oh my God! It was incredible. I mean, play Mousetrap. Didn't you, like, drop something in the top and it rolled this cool, like, all the way down and then come out the bottom? I never even got it built. That's a true story. They genuinely broke it on Christmas Day before I could even fucking build the thing. Brothers suck. No offense, boys. Y'all sucked. I find that if you beat them when they do a bad, they stop. You know what's crazy? I'm bigger than all of my siblings and did not figure that out, like that power dynamic, until I was an adult and we were no longer hitting each other. Like, my brother Corey genuinely had to look up and reach to hit me. And I'd be like, ah! And run. Psychological warfare, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works out. I don't think I was good at Break the Ice, but I enjoyed it a lot. Operation was fun too. Again, never really got to play it. It got broke so fast. So, like, to my brothers, the game was me, until my dad got so mad he took it away. We never got to play. Bastards. Bastards. No one actually played the game. They just set up the trap and set it off. Right, I guess I just wanted to set up the trap and set it off. That's all I wanted. Was that so much? Just once? I had the cousins too. I mean, it's all relative, right? Like, I had 3 older brothers and then all boy cousins. And so every holiday we got together, that it was just destruction and mayhem, which is what led my parents to getting us like BB guns and shit, which y'all know how that turned out. Not well. Just destructive. About Colorado tourism? Oh my God. Can I make fun of it? Such a bitch. It's so cold and miserable here right now. Yes, of course. Which one was Kerplunk? Because that sounds really familiar. See, you say it doesn't work, but I was genuinely scared of my brothers for the vast majority of my life, until I learned I was bigger than them, which was way later on. Like, it didn't click because they were just scary. Like, it doesn't matter who's bigger when one throws the other on the floor. I guess. Oh, it's paywalled. Is it? Boo. Business Insider. There's so many fucking websites that do that now. I feel like half of the websites where you guys try to send me a fucking article, it's either paywalled or it refuses to let me look at it until I turn off my ad blockers. Or sign up. Like, I'm not going to do any of those things. Stop it. Not you, the websites. Like, they need to get over themselves. It's never going to happen. I never played Chutes and Ladders. I've never played Chutes and Ladders, but I heard about it extensively. I think my grandparents had it or something. It paywalled me. I got a pop-up paywall. Interesting. How are you cheating? If you disable JavaScript, it bypasses the paywall. Archiviate. Does that do that? Like, bypass those stupid pop? Because I swear to God, the amount of websites that do that I just click out of. I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not going to sign up for your website. I'm not turning off my ad blockers. Eat a dick. But if I can get a fun little, I will do that. You use NoScript. I'm going to look at these. I didn't even know this kind of thing existed. Hold on. Yeah, same. Instant navigation away. I'm the exact same. I just don't even deal with it. But if there's, I mean, it's nice to not have a roadblock like that. I'd like that. You use NoScript, and then there's archive it. Archive it, Katie. Come on, you can read. Archiviate? Is that what It should alarm all of you, considering the American education system, that I exist, and that's how I just pronounced that. Jesus Christ. What the fuck, brain? I scared my dog and she turned my heater off. You bastards. I remember using NoScript until every website stopped working. Wow, fuck that. Kerplunk, it's the classic family game where players try to pull a stick from the tower without letting any marbles fall. Okay, so the reason I know about that game is no shit, they had it at TwitchCon. The one before last year, I want to say. I don't know now. They had it in the fucking partner lounge. The partner lounge, sometimes they'll put up games and stuff like that to try to get us to sit and stay, and they had like a giant form of Kerplunk. Yeah, that's so weird. He's so pretty. I'm worried. If you use NoScript General Rundown, when you start using it, nothing will work. You'll need to click and choose what you want allowed as trusted till it does. I'll play with it. We'll see. Don't Tempt the Waiter was a game. I feel like the only games that I got to play regularly were games my grandparents had because my brothers were not left at my grandparents' house. It was only the girls because my brothers were so fucking destructive. I think my grandpa would have locked them in cages. They had Clue and what was the one with all the faces? It was all faces and you had to guess the guest and you would knock faces down, and then they had Guess Who. Yep, they had Guess Who. Guess Who, Clue, and one other one. That was like an old school game. Battleship. Those were dope though. Like Clue, I fucking loved Clue. That was so much fun. No, you want to know why I didn't have Candyland? It's so the things that we actually remember. Like Katie couldn't read Archive It. But I remember being 5, and my mom invited over some some friends of hers who had a son that was about my age, and we went into the like craft room to play Candyland, and me and this kid were sitting on the floor, and I fuck you not, that fucker drew Mr. Fudge. Do you guys remember who Mr. Fudge was? And if you drew Mr. Fudge, no matter where you were on the board, you had to go back to Mr. Fudge. He fucking ate the card. Just, I didn't get Mr. Fudge. I was like, Mom? What the fuck, kid? I think his name was Tynan. Why I remember that, I don't know. Fuck that kid. Little shit. I could, and then it was incomplete, and Katie's young OCD was like, can't play the game if it's incomplete. Where are the missing pieces? Oh my god. You know. Little fucker. I remember he folded it in half, and I watched, and I'm like, is he just gonna hide the... I was like, and I just sat. I didn't know what to do. I just was like entranced by this strange child eating cardboard. Oh, you had the electronic one? I did not. I don't even think I really knew how to play that game. That kid is probably serving life in prison now, I bet. Oh, 100%. I'm like waiting to see the true crime on this kid. 100%, yeah. Is Mr. Fudge the cousin of Mr. Hank? I don't even remember that there was like... I don't even remember the other characters on the board. Fudge, that was it. Mr. Fudge, because it was a fucked card, and you got pissed if you drew it, but you didn't eat it! You make him eat the board for sins. Oh my god, Otton Rapper. I saw that they're gonna tour. You know who else is touring this year? 9 Inch Nails. What year is it? Crazy. Which means El Posible 9 Inch Nails album. Very fucking excited. I know he's doing the he's doing the score for a movie. Oh, Tron. He's doing the new Tron score, and you guys know how I feel about that. I'm excited because I love Trent Reznor, but also Daft Punk did the perfect Tron soundtrack. You can't improve upon it. I don't know where you go from that. Even Trent. I don't know where you go from that. And him and Atticus together are gold. I don't know where you go from Daft Punk. That was just, it's like Daft Punk was meant to make the Tron soundtrack. And we were all like, yeah, this was supposed to happen. I don't know what to do now. No, Glut! What? No! Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I mean, thank you. I didn't know that. I hadn't looked in. I don't give a fuck about the actors. Now I do. Damn it. I fucking hate that guy. Fuck! Damn it. Maybe we should just watch the original Tron and pretend the world's okay. And that's all that exists, yeah. 9 Inch Nails touring Eminem. Oh, I'd watch that. Yeah. The original Tron is pretty bad. That weird fuzz that they put on everything. It's still a great movie. I mean, it's so good. I have such visceral memories of watching that on like Sci-Fi Channel as a kid. The second one was really good too, though. I really liked the second one. What's the girl that plays the girl? I think she might be the only girl. What's her name? Oh, God. She's kind of problematic a little bit, I think. Oh, fuck. She's a good actress. I know. Leto is a questionable fuck. He's been in a lot of movies. He's not the worst actor in the entire world, in my opinion. He's just kind of a shitty human. Like, he took a bunch of hippies to an island and then came back during the COVID shutdown and was like, We didn't even realize that there was a pandemic because I own an island and I'm Jesus. And he just has like a complete disregard for the people of the world unless they're his disciples. And he's really open about that. Like he's kind of proud of it. I'm trying to think. Olivia Wilde, that's Olivia Wilde, yeah. He's like that's real. I didn't make that up. Like I gave it a voice, but it's real. Like that situation actually happened and he just yeah, I don't know if there's been anything like I genuinely don't know if he's been accused of anything or like I don't know how to say that. What's the word I'm looking for? Formally accused, is that the word? Yeah, I don't know if he's been formally accused, but like so many people have said he likes little girls and that he dates little girls and like allegedly he definitely had sex with Lindsay Lohan before she was 18. I hope not. I hope it's all not real cuz fucking gross. But he's never said it's not. Yeah, it's like so many that he won't. It's gross. I don't know. But on top of that, just like really gross personality, which sucks because what a weird guy. Watch Fight Club and just watch his face get pummeled in. It feels good. Or Requiem. There's a lot of movies where he gets real fucked up. Pop over to tell Kin happy birthday and we're watching a video of someone talking about butt chugging. Do I Google it or do I ask what it don't? Okay. Should I just stay in my happy little, what's that, world? I felt lost for a sec, like I'd not even left. Is it just sucking on a butt? I know, but now I'm like really curious. Or are we filling the butt with something to then chug out of it? Oh, it's drinking beer from an anus. So it's like secondhand boofing? Okay. Straight up, just real talk, don't put booze in your butt. Just don't. Your ass is like really thin membrane of mucus membrane that is not meant for that. And it, you know what? Should I just let people do things? Like, at this point, do what you want to do. I don't know what to do. You must have really bad beer. We didn't know what else to do with it. Right? Like at a certain point, should I just let nature take its course? I don't know what to do anymore. Literally a whole new meaning to beer shits. What the fuck? I can tell you where I first heard about it. The Howard Stern show 30 years ago. Okay, so this has been around a bit. Gross. This beer tastes like shit, Basil. That's because it is shit, Austin. Oh, good, then it isn't just me. Yeah, V, like it's such a I struggle with it because like there's a really strong part of me that doesn't really want to remind people to wash their hands anymore, but also that can be to my and my loved ones' detriment. What do you do? What do you do? See, I probably heard of it on Jackass as well, but most of the things coming out of Jackass I assumed were things made up by them. Did they make up butt chugging? That's possible. VR 100%. I never wish ill will on people. I wish the best for everybody. I don't wish death on anybody. I don't believe in that kind of shit. Like that's gross. Live your own life and don't whatever. But I do love to watch nature take its course. You know? I mean, let people use the curling iron internally. Oh, I forgot about that one. Ah! Or go ahead and make toast while in the bath. Or go ahead and drink that windshield fluid. Oh my God. Side note, do you know that girl? I'm trying to remember her name. She's a Swedish American girl on YouTube who was like, she made like fucked up robots, got real viral for like a hand alarm clock that would spin and slap her in the face. She ended up getting like a terrible head tumor, and I've followed her for years. She's really interesting and fucking fascinating. But she had a last meal on Mythical Meals recently, and they told a story of how when she was a kid, this is just fucking funny. One of their neighbors brought over cupcakes and like some toppings for them or whatever, and she took out the silica packet and was like, "Huh, what kind of topping is this?" and sprinkled it all over the cupcakes and just ate them. So, whenever you feel like maybe you've made a dumber than normal move, just remember that one of the most famous inventors on the internet right now, like, just slurped up some silica packets thinking it was sprinkles once. So, she survived, which is crazy. It's fucking horrifying. That is literally desiccant. It's so bad for you. Do not do that. But, like, was it the pellets that gave her the tumor or the slapping machine? I'd go with the slapping machine. Good morning, Genova. How are you, love? Jimmy set his ass on fire one too many times. A real Burning Man. Jesus Christ. Remember when Ryan Dunn shoved a Hot Wheels up his ass in a condom? I've never forgot. Because then I went into the medical industry and experienced such a nightmare on top of what that already is. The fact that someone did it for TV and the whole world was like, oh my God, people do that? Oh, they do that. Every day. Every fucking day. It's wild. It's crazy. When, like, you know, for a large portion of my livehood, I was like, this must only happen on TV. Why else would anyone do that? Oh God. Hot Wheels? Pff, child's play. I've seen shits bigger than a fucking Hot Wheels and a condom. What up, Goonies? How are you, love? Edumacation. Steve-O Pierce's butt cheeks together. I remember that. I literally owned every episode of Jackass, every episode of Viva La Bam, and the movies on DVD. I thought they were so cool. I loved watching them just like be horrific bullies and destroy local businesses and pick on their parents. In hindsight, it's not as funny. But as a youth, it was fucking hilarious. Reminds me of the Scrubs episode about just this. I sat on it. I was just really bored. I mean, that's real. One of the first anus incidences I remember my mom telling us about was a patient with a Grey Poupon jar that they slipped and fell on. Like that tuna can thing. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that. I think I still own them too. They're somewhere. I love that show so much. And watching it as an adult, I'm like, wow, this is just cruel. It's just horrible. It just feels so bad. And then looking at how most of those guys had like really severe addiction issues, if not still have them today, is so heartbreaking. Because we were just like enabling it, kind of. Totally by accident. 100%. We're the product of our environment. You're not wrong. Chaotic humor can be funny when it's shown in a certain context, makes it even funnier. I like watching Jackass. It was like, especially Viva Bam. It's so hard again to watch as an adult, but as a kid, I loved that show because all the things he did to our parents, we did to our parents, but we got beat. And his parents were just like, ha, 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 ha. And I was like, see, that's what cool parents would do. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for not enabling that shit. I appreciate you because... I mean, damn. At what cost? I guess millions. Yeah, you know, I think Knives agrees. Yeah, it was bullying. Everything they did was just horrible bullying. And if you watch the back scene stuff or like any documentaries on Jackass, they were horrifically torturing and bullying each other the whole time. It's pretty bad. Like there's a whole scene where they make Bam cry with real snakes, and it's horrid. Like I can't even. Oh my god, even just thinking about someone like tricking me into dunking into a tank with a giant squid. Oh my fucking god. Or like locking me in a room with a clown. That's that visceral fucking feeling. Like what they did to each other was horrible for money. It was crazy. And they quite literally would be like, no, you'll get an extra K for this. You'll get an extra 1,000. You just got to do it. It was horrible. We watched some terrible shit. Just like learning the back end of it, you're like, wow. Good morning, mate. Was it a good sleep? Dude, Mish. Word. Word. They did. I mean, their uncle. I mean, I think the Vito guy, didn't he turn out to be like a pedophile? Like, I use that word a little loosely there. I think he got caught with a 15-year-old girl or something, right? Yeah, like we were all made to feel horrible for Vito. Like he was this picked on, horrible, like just maniacally tortured uncle, and he was a fucking creep, right? He did something absolutely fucked. He had to leave the show and shit, and I think he died. There we go. Don Vito inappropriately touched a girl at a meet and greet. There you go. I think I did V just because I was a kid. I didn't have like the years on me to understand. You know, that and like I'm not making excuses, but like reality TV was such a new concept. I don't even think we called it reality TV. Whatever this was, what would you, but it is. That's what it was, right? It was like curated reality TV, which is what reality TV is. I didn't even like conceptualize that we were watching real people doing real things to each other that were real. I have a picture. I've said this multiple times. I need to find it. I know it's on my dreaded Facebook that I avoid like the plague, but I have a picture of myself in my college dorm room my freshman year, and there's a poster of Bam on my wall, and I'm like stroking it passionately. Like, I'm up against the wall, like, and it's him in a throne. That's how deep into it I was, because I was just a fucking ignorant fetus. And that's why I say, like, I'm not the oldest person in the world and I don't have the most wisdom, but I am an adult. And looking at it as an adult, I completely see, like, wow, this is just fucked up. This is super. I just feel horrible for everyone involved the whole time. He was. And then, but like, again, because of the childish nature of my brain, hearing the back end of it, like, his parents let him fuck off in school and eventually just drop out of school and get his GED so he could skateboard. He was making no money. It was just like that era where random cameramen would show up at skate parks and film you and put together some little trash film and throw it up somewhere like in a skate shop, or they'd take photos and put it into the skate magazines. And that was it. And his parents genuinely let him drop out of school for the what if of that. And no judgment, not a parent. My opinion doesn't matter, but that does not lead me to believe healthy situationship, whatever the fuck is going on there. It's just, I don't know. Everybody has hopes and dreams for their child, but it doesn't seem, I don't see the good in any, like, that just seemed weird, and it just led to more and more, and eventually, like, realistic. It doesn't seem realistic, exactly. Yeah, I guess that's just the word for it. Everybody wanted to be the next Tony Hawk, 100%, and who could blame him? And Tony Hawk is one of the good ones. He's such a nice guy. It just spreads the toxicity 100%. Yeah, it validates it or makes it okay. Like, well, they're making money. And I'm sure that's what a lot of people did. Not everybody, like, we're not all idiots, but a lot of people probably watched that show and were like, oh, I feel really bad for his parents and they're obviously torturing each other. And other people probably like, they're making millions. Fuck them. Which is sick to think, like, I hope that's not what the parents thought. I did it. I did too. Sucked at it though. Nearly broke my back. Jesus fucking Christ. I skated, but like dangerously on gravel roads and terrible pavement. Nothing cool. You mean to tell me the real world isn't actually real? It's pretty phenomenal how many people think reality TV is real. It is. It's like the amount of times just the Kardashians have come out and said, our shit is absolutely scripted. Like, we plan and fabricate chaos and drama. Like, they've said that, and people are still just, they think it's very real. It's very interesting. No, 100% Vex. I know. I get into it too hard. I'm there with you on it. Like, and I feel like I've gotten my algorithm of the internet sucked into this weird corner where I end up seeing a lot of true crime stories based on these horrible family content creators. Horrible. No words. Just some of the most nauseating shit I've ever seen. And I'm sure you guys have heard of them. There's many famous ones that have gotten famous for horrible reasons because they're in prison now for abusing their children for views on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And those get filtered to me because I'm an internet personality and I watch true crime. So I think they get... And I've seen so many of those, and it's just disgusting. I have yet to see a valid reason for putting a child on the internet. Not that I'm looking for one. I don't have any kids, obviously, but like, it's just so gross. I agree. Yeah, we all have triggers. That's okay. I get triggered. 100%. Mention medicine. I'll go off. It's fine. It pisses me off too when I blame so much of our current status because of reality TV. Very much so. I've made jokes about that, but the Kardashians, they got their fake butts removed and they've gotten really, really skinny because the new thing is the 90s is coming back. Like, we just talked about this yesterday, but like the whole nothing feels better than skinny, blah, 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 garbage of that situation. And I make jokes like, is my ass still hot? Because like, I grew up in the 90s where it was like bones, skinny, everything. And I am not that. I will never be that. I got jiggle on me. And I hate everything that the Kardashians have done, but they did do a little bit of like asses were suddenly cool again. And then they got their asses sucked out. And I'm like, okay, I just want like 10 years to feel good about my butt. Please, with society, please take your joy. That's not it.
Okay. Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
We haven't hit skinny jeans yet. The fashion that I've seen on the U's is like the baggy acid wash jeans with their knees torn out. Some sort of Converse or like the thick heeled Keds kind of shoe, like that white tennis shoe, with like a tube top and a flannel. It's very much 90s grunge right now, like 90s grunge polished. We haven't hit skinny jeans, but it's coming. Low-rise skinny jeans are on their fucking way, my dudes. I'm calling it right now. Do not be shocked when that comes back. I'm watching the fucking trends of my youth be cyclical, and we're about to hit the, oh my god, does it show my vagina? Pants. We're getting there. It's happening. I have the body for low-rise jeans, so I'm sitting here like, come on, mama, let's fucking go. But I completely empathize with those of you who like high-rise. You're about to lose them, buy up some jeans. Like, in the next 10 years, it's gone. I swear to you, this is life. It's gone. Buy what you like now because you're not going to be able to buy it in 10 years. 5 years, probably. Maybe. You're going to have to thrift. It's coming, though, and I'm so fucking excited. And I didn't know this. I didn't know any better, so the last time low-rise were in, I did not stock up. And the amount of times I've searched for low-rise, and it's like, did you mean you wanted high-rise that touch your ribs? No, low-rise jeans. Oh, your nipples? What the fuck? They're just kidding. Jeans are ridiculous. Marissa Tomei in the Spider-Man movies. Case and fucking point. Cheers. Low-rise boot cut. Low-rise boot cut is my favorite jean that has ever existed, and they died because fashion. And I'm so excited. I'm going to buy so many. I haven't worn jeans in like 6 years. Genuinely, do not own any jeans because I just can't find any fucking low-rise. Low-rise doesn't mean low-rise. Low-rise means ribs for me. I have such a short torso, like fucking A. "100% Alexis," and I was actually talking about this just recently. I think Glut mentioned it. How did Glut phrase it though? You can drown on oxygen. So some people have a naturally higher CO2 level, and what they can and I'm sure they did this to you when you do your blood test or whatever. If you want to, you can ask for an ABG or an arterial blood gas, and what we look at is the oxygen, the CO2, and then we also look at your bicarb. So your bicarb tells me whether or not that high CO2 is an acute situation, meaning it just happened and we should look at this, or is it more of a chronic situation? This is something that's been going on for a while. So if your bicarb is elevated and your CO2 is elevated, I'd be like, this person needs lower oxygen because I don't want to kick all that CO2 off because this is a situation, this is a chronic thing, or maybe even their homeostatic point. This is where they live. And if I kick all that CO2 off to like a normal CO2 level, I could literally kill that person. I can drown someone in oxygen. 100%. If you are overweight, you genuinely carry more CO2. That's just fact because you have more body mass. And I bet if they did an ABG, your bicarb would be slightly elevated. It elevates in, so like, if your CO2 elevates like that fast, your bicarb elevates this fast. If that makes sense. So like if your CO2 is elevated and the bicarb isn't, I know this just happened. Like this is an acute situation. This is something happening that I can probably do something about. If both are elevated, this took years to get there. This takes literal years to raise. You've lived there for a while. So I'm not going to do anything right now to change that because I'd probably make you more sick. Very much absolutely a case in point. What's the hipster stuff? Wait, skinny jeans? Cass, you shut your mouth right now. That is a trend that was such a short fucking lived trend from my youth of a skirt over your jeans or a tank top over a t-shirt. I'm so sorry if you're still doing that. I fucking hate it. It's the ugliest shit I've ever seen. When I watch movies that are like from this early 2000s time period, it makes me sick and I have to point it out. I'm like, tank top over a t-shirt. What the fuck is that? I never did it. I can't understand. I don't understand it. Or like multiple polo shirts. That was a big thing when I was like in middle school, high school. Wear 4 polo shirts and pop every collar. What the fuck were we doing? That era of layers was so bizarre. So fucking weird. It's like how you can drink too much water and overhydrate. Essentially, when you're pissing clear, that's exactly what it is. Yep. It's exactly what it is. Like too much of anything is bad. You don't, like, it's always good to have the information. What's a jumpsuit? Like a romper? Me too. Cocky, same. I hate it. I bitch about that. Like the one thing about my body that I can't, that little fucking roll, the above pussy roll, below the belly button roll that none of us can get rid of, that's literally built to pad our organs and our fucking reproductive organs. And yet we hate it beyond reason. And most clothes love to accentuate it. Like, oh, did you want us to pinch it and highlight it and roll under it? Yes. No, we didn't want that. What the fuck? I mean, I guess you could call it a fupa. I don't know if that's what becomes the fupa. It might be. The medical term is a panis, by the way. A suit you jump in. Jeez, it's so cold, Kel. I know, we got so much fucking snow. So much fucking snow. Long sleeve or glut. Do you remember people doing a t-shirt on top of a hoodie? That was popular for a while. Didn't really quite get that one either. But instead of wearing a t-shirt under your hoodie, you put it over the hoodie. Things I witnessed, questioned, never, ever participated in, but definitely saw that shit. Like, what's happening? Oh, God. The t-shirt over long sleeve I still do to this day, but the t-shirt, it like pinched in the hoodie like a sausage casing and it just looked weird. Like your sleeves looked all poofy. On a hoodie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because and again, this was back before, the internet and you could find funny shirts and shit. But oftentimes your hoodie would be like your dad's lumber company hoodie, but you had a fun shirt from Hot Topic that said like unmedicated. So you'd put your t-shirt over the hoodie and then no one knew it was your dad's lumber hoodie. Not speaking from experience. But that was a thing I saw a lot. I wasn't in the Midwest. I was in the Pacific Northwest. I don't like getting naked in a public bathroom just to pee. Who does? I just got this new shirt and it's so cold, no one will ever see it. Wait, I have a genius idea. True, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, the amount of times that I bitched about my weather and it's identical to like Sweden, I think we're kind of on that. There are a lot of Midwestern things in the Pacific Northwest, though. For instance, they say pop. That's, I've learned, very Midwestern. Pop instead of soda or Coke. Pop. That's a thing. But that also, I don't know. I lived in that weird sweet spot of like being the Pacific Northwest, but also Canada. So that could have been a drain over from Canada. I don't know. We did have some Canadianisms. I don't own one romper because it highlights everything about my body I fucking hate. I'm so on the same note. Like, you're braver than I that you just have one. I used to wear the t-shirts over the long sleeve tops. Sorry, I was in metal grunge. No, that's exactly, you're in good company here. Like, I was the middle school era of the 90s, and then most of my community was high school or college in the 90s. So, like, I still am looking up to them and just begging for their approval. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the cool kids. Oh my God, I better pop my 5th collar. Oh God. I'm in Atlanta. We barely wear hoodies, let alone not be able to remove them because we don't have a shirt under it. I know. This is, and again, like some of the weird fashion things, like these layers and stuff, might have been Pacific Northwest. Because I've told you guys this before. Like, one way we know you're a tourist is you have an umbrella. No one has a fucking umbrella because it doesn't do anything. Pacific Northwest rain isn't like rain. It's like this constant pervasive mist that's coming up from the ground and the sides at all times. So, like, one of my most visceral memories as a youth in the Pacific Northwest is standing at the bus stop like a wet fucking rat because our jeans had to be baggy. They had to drag on the ground. If they didn't hit the ground, or at least shred on the ground, you were not cool. Those were high waters. How even fucking could you? So your jeans would be either shredded up the back or they'd be sitting on the ground soaking up rainwater from the fucking asphalt up to your butt cheeks. But it couldn't be any other way. Like recess, you're just a wet rat. It was just being a wet rat all the time. It was just constantly sad and gray and soaking wet all the time, and you're always fucking cold. That's the Pacific Northwest. That's like all my memories of that area is just fucking cold. I haven't had an umbrella my entire life. I genuinely, like, I think we had a huge weird one when we were kids that we would go try to catch in the wind when we were like really little. Like try to Mary Poppins ourselves in some wind. It didn't work, but we tried. But I didn't know that was for rain because it's coming from all the angles. It's above freezing, so the snow's finally going to melt off my car. Oh man, it is not. The last time I looked, it was 13 degrees, and it said it was going to get to -2. We are still 13. Oh, it says it's 13 degrees, feels like -2. I'm never going outside again. Ever again. Ever again. Same, though. The back of my Jinkos would be all torn out. Exactly. Shredded. So, like, the back of your jeans were slightly shorter than the front because then the front had to, like, lay on your Etnies / Adidas / DC skater shoes in a very particular way. Like, they had to cover up where the lace is tied, but they couldn't cover up the whole shoe. You had to, like, have that one band of lace showing and then the toe. Neurosis. I do not envy the youth. I do not have to think about this any fucking more. In Celsius, fucking cold. 0, it's basic. I mean, after -2 is -2 in Celsius, right? Like, once we get past negative, we line up. It's in the positives where we're weird, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know everything. I could have just fucked that up. Vans, thank you. Airwalks, yep. Soaps, oh my God. Yes. Oh, it's -4. Just kidding then. What's -2 in Celsius? That's not how we type together. Oh, it's 30. Oh, that's how it works out. I knew there was a general rule to it. Believe it or not, I have a degree in chemistry. It's just been a lot of years. We're -18 in Celsius. There you go. Yeah, 0's 32. Thank you. It's freezing. Sorry. I might be a little high. It's fine. Light up shoes are absolutely still a thing. You can still get wheelies. What were those called? Heelys. You can still get Heelys. Everything's still a thing. It's crazy. They're all over the place. Trad wives are out there sunning their genitals to own the libs. Is this an Onion article? No, this isn't real. Is this real? Is it gonna show the right screen? Never will. Defeating. Can I put on my best Valley Girl for this? Oh my god. Defeating winter depression with sunning my genitals in the snow, saturated fats, tanning bed, morning sun, candles, reading Bible, sauna Pilates. Oh. I think reading the Bible is ruining their English. No real voices. I know, I'm so sorry. Oh my fucking god, Crispy read my goddamn mind, except this is what my brain thought. Apparently not on that list. Cleaning your fucking mirror? Why does it look like that? Literally, stop it. The cleaning lady comes on Tuesdays. Guys, wait. I'm about to single-handedly beat depression. Are you ready? Hold on, we better go full screen for this. Oh my god. Wow, Katie, you don't seem as depressed anymore. How do you do it? I lit a candle. It was really scary, though. Side note, my little sister made this candle for me for Christmas. My little I can't make anything sister. Amazing. Wait, what else was on there? Morning sun. I'm in that every fucking day. Saturated fats. Sunning my genitals in the snow. All right, I guess that's the next step. Here we fucking go. I don't want to do this. Therapists hate this one simple hack. Just kidding. I no longer have a headache because I repeatedly punched my sack. Cured. Amazing. Please help. Help. I have diffusers too. My sister made these though. I'm so proud of her. But genuinely, like, I did that. I don't know if I've told you this story. When I was a kid, this is the reason our house didn't have candles for the rest of my foreseeable life. I don't even think my mom has them now. But when I was a kid, I had like one of those like particle board desks that looks like fake wood in my bedroom and I lit a Yankee candle or something before school and then went to school. And when I came home, the desk was gone and there was just like a black strike up the wall. And I was like, something happened. I'm hungry. And then I went and had a bagel. But never again. Like we've just never, no candles in my house ever again. That was like the scariest thing my mom had ever experienced. Apparently, was like finding my fucking desk like up my walls. Never again. Yeah, somebody cooked here. You got yankied. I did. It was scary. That was a bad time. Honestly, most candles, from what I've read too, like what the wax is made out of, is really unhealthy to breathe. Like I know if you have birds and stuff, you can't light candles. Like whatever this is burning, it like gets into the air and we inhale it and shit. So I don't know if it's like the best. No, seriously, you know that little girl meme where it's like the fire and she's like me, but with a creamy cheese bagel. That was my go-to after school snack for quite some time. It was great. Wait, what does which hail Satan? Does what hail Satan? Everything can if you try hard enough. The fire's so terrifying, but my headache gone. Incredible, cured. A creamy cheese bagel is a stripper hooker name. Do you know why I call it that? Foamy the squirrel. Ill Will Press. Genuinely don't know how long that's been going on, but the creamy cheese bagel. Foamy the squirrel. I don't think I've seen him since I was 16. Ill Will Press, right? Yeah. Foamy the motherfucking squirrel and his creamy cheese bagels. Foamy and Jermaine, and then they added more characters, and that's where I kind of like dropped off. There was like the squirrel with the hat, and then there was a cracked out drug squirrel. But Foamy and Jermaine were the best. Like that dichotomy was just the best. Are they still going? That's so awesome. I'm so happy. It does. I used to watch Foamy the Squirrel and Salad Fingers in my best friend in high school's basement after working at Taco Time late into the night. Foamy the fucking Squirrel and Salad Fingers, which also turned 20 last year. I'm pretty positive. Dumb thing I did as a youth, I had a black light that was literally just the bulb, and I put like a white bandana over it to diffuse it. Yeah, I did the same. I was really hoping that's where this was going because I never responsibly used a black light ever. I think I've told you this. This was like the weirdest thing as a kid that I did with a black light and whatnot. I got glow in the dark paint, and a friend of mine and I like put a pentagram on my ceiling and like Hail Satan. This is not just a Twitch thing. This has just been a life persona. We wrote Hail Satan all pretty on my ceiling, but it's like that clear glow in the dark paint on spackle. So you couldn't see it during the day at all, but you could see it if you shone a black light on it. And then we did a giant pentagram on my door, which was just like a wood door. So when I moved out, I've told you guys this before, but literally like the week I moved out, my mom rushed into my room, which was blood red and had black curtains, and painted the entire thing lavender and put in butter yellow curtains. It was fucking hideous, but didn't paint the door. And she sold this house to a family. And I have had just these wonderful moments where I giggled to myself thinking about the poor child living in that room who at nighttime sees the pentagram and the very faint Hail Satan coming through the paint maybe, but then their parents turn on the lights and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, that was not my intention as a kid to cause this, like, mayhem 20 years later, but I fucking live for it, and I think about it a lot. Because I know that door, it's still there. It has to be. You couldn't see it. You never know. Hold on, I haven't opened Discord yet. That's something I have to remember. Discord audio. I did not route that this morning. 10? It's so good, right? I mean, just like, how do you convince your parents? I really hope so. My parents built that house. So it's like, they have to know it was our family. Someone in my family did that to the house because they built it. No one lived there before us. What is this song? Drive and Father Dude, City Nights. We heard them yesterday. They're good. Yes, Genova. Hopefully what I did fixes that cuz tomorrow's Borderlands Day. But yeah, that was a case of me rerouting wrongly and just leaving it like a fucking idiot. Yeah, that was something I noticed in rerouting because I did it again. I don't know if I told you guys. I think I did. I took it apart again last night because it comes like the cooler comes with two fans, but I only had put one fan in because I couldn't find two fan ports. And then someone in Discord was like, "Oh, fan splitters are so cheap." It came with a fan splitter. Like I literally looked 6 inches to the right and there it is. But it was such a pain in the dick to plug the goddamn fan plug in because it's like barely under the cooler. I had to like do the two finger like feel the pins and get it in that I just couldn't bring myself to do it the night before last night. So I did it last night, which means I had to fucking reroute all my audio again because God forbid we unplug something. I have to get rid of this trad wife who's sunning her butthole in the snow. So how do you think I have a question. Is sunning your butthole in the snow like straight up just going outside and being like naked? Are we just squatting in our backyards? What do you think? I don't know. I was thinking that too because that's what the chode dudes do, right? They do like the taint sunning of the taint. But she said on snow. So is the snow sunning the taint? So is it more of just like a we're doing our squats outside situation? Or are we laying in the snow and tainting the sky? They also have a tanning bed VR. They said that too. Like they sun outside in the snow, they sun their taint, but they also have a tanning bed. This is how we beat depression. Candles, tanning beds, the Bible. Maybe she just goes out and drags it with the dogs. Geck, I don't know if you heard, but we beat depression today. I don't know if you noticed how non-depressed I seem today. It's just my little secret. Yeah, when the candle runs out, depression comes back. You just have to keep it up. You should probably try an icicle. Oh yeah, Discord, thank you. No. The creepy little girl face. Okay, tell me I don't look just like her though. Like I look like a blonde version of that satanic child. Okay, I'm gonna try to save this. Hold on. I never know. I don't look at my OBS. I have it like on this monitor far away so I can see it if anything goes wrong, but I genuinely I'm not like look I don't know. I just like this is the emotions that that little girl gave me, so I gave them back, but I think I did a pretty good fucking job. I'm so pale in this fucking light. Side note, holy fuck. That snow light spitting image is pretty good. Not that I lit anything on fire as a child. Where the fuck? Man, they moved shit around on Twitch again already. I have to pee, so let's take our first break. I'm gonna try to put this in really quick. That's what she said. Stop that. Okay, I have to pee. Be right back. Stretch your legs, take a break, load a bowl, do what you need to do, get some coffee. I gotta pee so bad. That's it. Just gotta pee. I'll turn the music. It's cold outside. It's very cold. Oh my god, heater, do better. Brr, 13 sucks. That is cold. I am unhappy. I sunned my anus in the snow. It was so hot. I don't know what to do. I just hope I deeply hope one of my neighbors picks it up because I really want to see. I look how happy I am. Are you kidding? I can't even stop. My depression is cured, everybody. Man, you can't. Thank you so much for gifting us up a warm blanket. I know I should have my heated blanket out here. I feel like the kid from Charlie Brown, the one that drags his blanket everywhere. I have one heated blanket and I'm just like dragging it from room to room, plugging it in, cooking myself. But I do have my little space heater. She's okay. Thank you so much for gifting a sub in the chat, though. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual. So in lines with experimenting with my PC and the audio and shit, I downloaded a game that I've told you guys. I mean, it's so weird. This game has been haunting me forever, so I'm kind of glad. It was on sale a bit ago, and I finally downloaded it. It's called Clash Artifacts Chaos, and I heard about this game through Gymquisition. If you guys know the Gymquisition on YouTube, they do everything. I don't even know. They're just hilarious, and I enjoy listening to them. But they do like game reviews. They do like the game awards reviews. They do everything. They're just fucking funny, and I like to listen to them because they kind of have like this a little bit of a chip, and I dig it. I like a pissy bitch sometimes. I don't know how to say that. Because sometimes I want to be a pissy bitch, and I'm like, Katie, you don't have any rights to be a pissy bitch. And then, so I go watch people be pissy bitches, and I'm like, yeah, you be a pissy bitch for me. Because you're saying all the things I'm thinking out loud, and I appreciate you. But I can't remember, like, thank you, Stephanie Sterling. Stephanie was talking about some sort of game that won an award or something that was absolute shit. And then went on a rant and was like, here are some games that are truly phenomenal. I've never heard anyone talk about. No one says anything. And they're just some of the best games I've ever played. And this was one of them. And it just stuck in my head for some reason. Like, graphically, it's probably one of the weirdest, coolest games. It's kind of got a Borderlands feel to it. It's like cell shady a little bit. But it just seems like it's weird. Have you heard of it? It's one of those I've never played. But it's been on my mind. Like, it just pops into my mind randomly. At least, like, once every couple of days, I think, like, I want to try that game. And it didn't look like it was a hard runner. Like, it's not going to, like, cook my PC. Not that that should happen anymore, but, you know, I'm just paranoid about that stuff. But I figure we could try it since tomorrow's Borderlands Day. And the Gymquisition, i.e. Stephanie Sterling, has yet to let me down. Let me show you their channel really quick, just so you can follow them. I hate talking about a fellow creator and then just, like, they're great. One moment. They also love wrestling. So if you are like that level of nerdy where you're super into D&D and you really like video games and you're also into wrestling, like, I don't really watch wrestling. Yes, they also stream on Twitch, which is awesome. I don't really watch wrestling as much anymore. For various reasons. That's neither here nor there, but it's fun to hear someone mention it every once in a while. Is this the one? I was looking for the one on the game we're playing. Crash. What is it? Crash. Clash? Class. What the fuck is the name of this game? Clastal? I have no idea. I genuinely can't read it. Tell me what this says. It's so bad. I can't read it. Clastal? Class. Classit. Clash. That. What does that say? What does that say? Anyways, I'll just show you their channel. Is it just Clash? Okay, because that didn't come up with anything. I thought that's what it was. Hold on. Is it Clash? Wow. I typed Clash first and then convinced myself it wasn't Clash because it wasn't coming up as anything. That's the game. It looks very weird. Like, look at that face. Ha 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 ha. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a weird font that my brain really tried to overcomplicate. Where the fuck is my music coming from? I love you so much. Matter! Borderlands tomorrow with definitely Vissy, Knives if he's not feeling like absolute garbage. And then, I don't know, that's it. Monday's off day, back to normal until February, in which case I will be in Florida for like 4 days for Loveburn, which is like a regional form of Burning Man, but on a beach, and it's only for like 3 days, and it's super fucking relaxed. But other than that, that's it. Oh, let's go hang out. I haven't actually even pulled up the raid thingy. As always, in 1 hour and 59 minutes over in our Discord, we have movie night every single night. We watch movies and we hang out and we have a good time. I have been carving my PC into pieces during movie nights lately. So it's been kind of off and on, but we've had really good movies. I don't know. My computer's now called the Sin Eater because of movie night, so that says something, right? The fucking raid command is it just keeps reloading. Elle literally just went live, so let's raid her. Thank you for hanging out with me today, as always. Stay fucking warm, stay off the roads if you at all can. Yeah, the PC is actually the Sin Eater now. The cooler's bigger than anything in the PC. It had to have a name. It had to have something, you know? That's it. Take your joy. Clean your bong. Stay warm and stay off the roads if you can. If you get delivery, groceries, whatever, make sure to tip. My God, those people are literally risking their lives for us. Wash your hands. It's Petri dish season. Pee after sex. And I'll see you tomorrow for Borderlands!